with a lovely poem by Mary Elizabeth Fry. Do not stand at my grave and weep. I am not there, I do not sleep. I am 1,000 winds that blow. I am the diamond glints on snow. I am the sunlight on ripened grain. I am the gentle autumn rain. When you awaken in the morning's hush, I am the swift uplifting rush of quiet birds in circled flight. I am the soft stars that shine at night. Do not stand in my grave and cry. I am not there. I did not die. Family and friends, it is an age-old ritual we perform here today, 1 century old, yet one today completely singular in experience as we lay Nigel in his final resting place. In placing Nigel's body into this hallowed ground, we think once again of all that our loved companion has meant to us. The earth has been the chief support of humans since full spring work beneath the sun, from which all life comes and to which all life in the end returns. To that good earth we now commit Nigel. We are grateful for the life he has lived and for all that his life has meant to each of you. We are grateful to be a part of Nigel's life and that he was such an important part of ours. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Memory to memory, story to story, love to love, the wheel of life ever turns. And to Nigel we say, Nigel, when the sun shines through our window and awakens us in the morning, we will feel the warmth of your love. When we hear the rain against our windowsills, we will hear your words of wisdom. And when the rain and the sun come together to make a fabulous rainbow, we will always think of you. No matter where we are, your spirit will be beside us. And we know that you will always be there with us on our journey of life. And so into the freedom of the wind and the sunshine, into the dance of the stars and the planets, into the sadness and the smiles of our memories, we let you go. We love you and we miss you. Nigel, you will never ever be forgotten. And may you now rest in perfect peace. Amen. Amen. Our service continues. I'm going to say and wish you all a God bless and a farewell. And I'm going to hand over to Reverend Cheryl. And I understand, Cheryl, you've got some words of comfort you'd like to share with us. And then we'll ask Laverne to come with a family response. Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'll just stand right here. And normally, of course, we would do this in the chapel, so I am going to make it short and just share not so much memories, but to comfort our hearts. And it wouldn't surprise those of you who know me well that one of my favorite games to play is Scrabble. So if I was titling this, I titled it Scrabble, a Brilliant Cousin and the Fateful Word. So it wouldn't surprise you that I love the game of Scrabble, and as I stand before you today, my husband is back home in the US and he refuses to play Scrabble with me. That probably thrills you, right, Noel? And then, but I play with my godchildren, and so one of my godsons, Mamadou, he asked me one day, is there anybody that I refuse to, or I'm scared of playing Scrabble with? And I told him at that time that his singular goal is to become a champion of Scrabble to beat me. He needs to grow up to beat me. But he kept insisting that there must be somebody that I'm afraid of. And finally, I admitted. I said, well, there's one cousin that I shy away from playing Scrabble with. And that's my cousin Nigel, who lives in the UK. And that thrilled him because it means that I had a weak spot, right? But in fact, when I revealed it to him, I finally realized that every peculiar word, every obsolete word, every absurd word, every word that I challenged Nigel with, it turned out to be a real word. And my intellect was, my ego and my intellect got depleted every time I challenged him in a word, because I would lose. In fact, over these many weeks since Nigel's death, I have learned from many of my cousins and family members, and even some friends of his, that they were successful in their common entrance, in their study. They learned to read, or they even pursued higher math because of Nigel's intervention in their lives. And I can say it was certainly true for me. One summer, I grew up in Kingston, so one summer, Dad used to pack me up and carry me off and drop me off in Portland at Monica's house. And I would say my first babysitters were Kay and Nigel. And that's true for me and my cousin Joy, who is not able to join us today from Canada. But they were our first babysitters in the summer. And one summer, I declared that I am going to be a part of the spelling bee that September. Well, Nigel decided that if I was going to be a part of the spelling bee, I need to know, at least by the end of summer, half of the dictionary, and I had to know the root of every word, the etymology of every word, how it was related to the family of words, and he would take no for an answer. So can you imagine how that summer was for me? It was not quite pleasant. And in fact, when I got back to Kingston and I went to school and they started to query me on the spelling bee, I purposely said the wrong thing so that I would get kicked out, because